Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bashim the Father, Kadash. We give double honor to our apostle elders, which are apostle elders of really great millstone, to the hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the confusion of faith coming in these last days. May Yahweh Bashim Yahushai seal his elect and get us up out of here and bring us home. This lesson is going in on the Space Force and the lies of Esau. Okay, because Esau has told so many lies. That's why they're saying you have to tell 5 lies to cover that one lie. All right, and these lies are catching up to him. And then what's the main lie right now? And a part of this so-called National Space Council is the so-called moon, man. Okay, so let me play this. I said I was going to do it in the past video, and I'm doing it now. Wadi Abashim Yahshua for that. So I'm going to play this little clip, and then I'm going to play another clip, and then I'm going to go into some scriptures. All right, Shalom.
Put exactly the right man in charge, and that's our friend, Mike Pence. Feels very strongly about things. And in December, I signed a historic directive that will return Americans to the moon for the first time since 1972, if you can believe that.
See? Return men to the moon since 1972. Why haven't they went back? What has been the stop? There hasn't been budget. The military stay and have money. It has more money in it than ever before. So you would think that they have multiple trips back there. All right, but there's a reason why, and I'm gonna go into it in a short bit.
Always more than plant our flag and leave our footprints. We will establish a long-term presence, expand our economy, and build the foundation for an eventual mission to Mars, which is actually going to happen very quickly. And, you know, I've always said that rich guys seem to like rockets. So all of those rich guys that are dying for our real estate to launch their rockets, we won't charge you too much. Just go ahead. If you beat us to Mars, we'll be very happy, and you'll be even more famous. But they do like, explain that. What is there? They do like rockets for some reason, huh? They like that.
All right, so now I know you're speaking about Elon Musk. So we're going to watch part of this video right here. This is called Why Man Never Went to the Moon, Further Explanation on Van Allen Firmament Radiation. All right? Because you got scientists that are pretty much, that study this stuff their whole lives, and they're telling you, look, ain't no way we went to the moon. And if we did go to the moon, then the people that did go are shortly to die. It's pretty much what they're saying. So I'm going to play this video. I'm going to skip around here and there, but the point will be hit.
Whilst in flight and for the duration of any stay on the lunar surface, the Apollo astronauts would have been totally at the mercy of unpredictable solar particle events. Solar flares could have affected any moon-bound astronaut at any time. A dose of 170 rem could result in vision impairment with a 20 to 30% probability of death within 60 days. Even a relatively low dose, around 70 rem, could result in vomiting, nausea, and diarrhea during the trip. Throwing up into a spacesuit is not something NASA would wish to be broadcast live on TV. There was even the possibility of an astronaut dying on the lunar surface in front of millions of viewers back on Earth. Therefore, sending astronauts to the moon with these risks could be described as playing American solar flare roulette.
And that's why Russia told that they're not going to send nobody to the moon unless they can bring them home back safe.
With the Naval Research Laboratory, NASA launched the SOLAB satellite. It, too, studies the sun's radiation and records the disturbances which can disrupt long-range communications and navigation systems. This computer-type picture shows the sun's disk and inner corona. It was returned by OSO-7, the latest in the orbiting solar observatory series. OSO is trying to determine the direct effects solar flares have on the environment, weather, and communications. Earth is surrounded by the magnetosphere, an enormous teardrop-shaped region formed by the solar wind, a supersonic stream of particles blowing on the Earth's magnetic field. It is in this region that a craft like the small scientific satellite does its job.
We're not referring to the heat coming from the sun, but the effect of solar particle events, SPEs, including X-rays and gamma rays, on our spacecraft and an unprotected astronaut traveling beyond the protected environment of his home planet. What actually happens when an astronaut leaves the Earth for the Moon? A human being leaving Earth for deep space has to travel through the very thick ringed donut of trapped radiation which permanently encircles our planet. This donut contains within it two specific natural zones of very intense radiation. The whole region is named after Dr. James Van Allen, the scientist who registered this discovery in 1958. The innermost zone of the two Van Allen belts surrounds us only some 272 miles out from the Earth's surface.
Entering the Van Allen radiation belt from below, you would see the radiation levels rising considerably. In fact, they're higher within the belt than they are above it, and much higher than they are below it. And then as you got above the Van Allen radiation belt, the radiation would still be very, very high, but lower than this radiation that's trapped within the belt. So those form a formidable barrier to the passage of manned spacecraft within these belts. This radiation varies year by year. The sun has a 11-year sunspot cycle, and every 11 years it appears to repeat. And so every 11 years there's a peak of sunspot activity, and this is associated with a peak of solar radiation. These peaks have been charted from the 1800s all the way to the present.
Since 1962, the Van Allen belts also possess another zone of even more intense radiation, which was artificially introduced by the American military. We suspect that with Operation Starfish Prime, the exploding of a megaton nuclear bomb 248 miles above Earth, NASA was trying to force a corridor through this natural danger zone, but ended up making matters worse. Astronomer Sir Bernard Lovelock stated at the time that the effects of this explosion were cataclysmic, both here on Earth and out in space. The radiation created by this engineered explosion was trapped into a third belt, over 100 times more intense than the two natural belts. By 2002, this artificial zone will still be 25 times worse than the most intense zone of radiation trapped within the natural belts. Has NASA not only failed with Starfish Prime to create a corridor, but also increased the radiation risk to unprotected astronauts?
During their research, Bennett and Percy have found that the depth of the Van Allen...
So they made a whole nother belt that they can't even pass through, man. Alright? This man is a madman, okay? he's trying to escape his prison and made that prison that much more dangerous. Made the prison hold that much more stronger against himself. Because he can't escape what the Most High set forth us. He said man is on the planet Earth. But the elect, okay, the 144,000 and the 1/3 are going to experience outer space, man. Because we're going to be right. We're going to be made perfect. So we're able to go out and do these things that the Lord has set forth for us. All right? This is Psalms 58 in verse 3. And it says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray, and as soon as they are born, speaking lies. Okay? Because that's how we know that Esau is that wicked, man. Because he's the one that fit in the bill and fit in the description of the wicked in the Bible. Okay? And he does nothing but speak lies and rape, rob, murder, do all the things that are against the Bible's will, man. And it says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go estranged from as soon as they are born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of serpents. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. And we're the voice of those charmers, starting with the apostles and elders on down. We're the voice of those charmers that are speaking trying to charm this devil from his wicked ways, but he's not going to listen. It says, break their teeth, O power, in their mouth, break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord. And that's their power structure. So the Lord is going to break apart Esau and put him down into hell, which is a captivity, which is going to be under you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is Proverbs 1 and verse 16. It says, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. And that's Esau. They're in evil is bad times. Look how they ran to try to so-called destroy the Van Allen belt, and they ended up putting a whole nother ring of radiation around the earth. You know, that's running to do evil because they're trying to put their so-called will upon space. You know, they send out satellites and different things like that, but they ain't send no men out there. If they send men out there, they shouldn't have came back because that belt of radiation is so intense that it's gonna mess up the person badly. All right, and it says, surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their blood, for their own blood. They lurk privately for their own lives, because they're trying to come with the secret Illuminati and take out Jake, but they're really plotting on their own lives, because the Most High is going to backfire their plans. It says, so are the ways of everyone that is greedy in gain, which take away the life of the owners thereof. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. And that's what you see us coming out here and telling this devil what's getting ready to happen. That he's going to have to pay for the sins that he's done on the planet Earth and parts of space. No one told you to explode nuclear weapons in space. That's retarded, man. This is Psalms 34 and 12. What man is he that desireth life and loveth many days, that he may see good? Keep thy tongue from evil and thy lips from speaking guile. Okay? And that's what Esau has not done that. Okay? He's not stopped to speak guile, man. And that word guile is Miriam. It's Merimah, and it says deceit, treachery, and that's what Esau has spoken, man. Talking about he's gone to the moon and he's done this and done that. That's speaking deceit. It says, depart from evil and do good, speak peace and pursue it. That's what it's more than just talking it. You got to pursue peace. And Esau doesn't do that. He'll tell you peace, 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 but in his mouth, what is it? It's war. In his thoughts, it's war. He comes with that so-called peace treaty, just like he did with the Native Americans. And what was in his heart? War. It was death, man. How can he get over on you? This is Proverbs 6 and 16. And it says, these 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. And that's Esau to a T. He lies to try to propagate and to lift up his so-called banner, his proud look by his lies. And then he sheds innocent blood by his lies also. Okay? Because this devil has taken over the planet Earth by the way of his blessing, which is the sword, and he's lied, he's shed blood, and he's got a proud look about it. It says, the heart that deceiveth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift to run to mischief. And that's Esau, man. He just wants to run to do as much wickedness on the planet Earth as he possibly can. Okay? Let me get this. Is Proverbs 12 and 5. It's Proverbs 12 and 5, and it says, and though it says the thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsel of the wicked are deceit. The words of the wicked are lie. The words of the wicked are to lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright shall deliver them. And then Esau runs to do deceit, man. His council, his NASA's, all his little meeting groups, it's all about deceit and wickedness, man. All right. So with that, I just wanted to bring this out, just to cut up this stupid speech that came out. But with that, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahshua, Bashim Makar Kadash. Shalom.